Welcome back to Hall 2 for the third Group B game of the day. Well, we've seen two mercy games for the first two. Brazil 10, Portugal 0, Great Britain 10, Egypt 0. I don't think we're going to be in for a mercy game here because it's a really big one for him. You're joining me again in the commentary. You've come to the cold hall, cold number 2, for this massive game, USA versus Australia. This could be one of the decisive games of the whole group.
Yeah, definitely. We have Australia on 6 points ahead of the United States with only 3 points, which is a little bit of a surprise so far. So they are in desperate need of points now, and they look good in their winning game. So I think they are the favorites in this game, and I think they will stand for the pressure and beat Australia in this game.
Well, Australia started with a win against the host nation, Portugal. The very first day of this competition, they had a win against Egypt as well, but lost to the Great Britain team yesterday. USA have had a loss against Japan on day one. It was a close game, that one. Beat Brazil and lost in a tight contest with Israel, but can't afford to lose this one, the USA.
No, they cannot, because losing this game will also put them in a really tough spot to go through, and if they go through, they might end up fourth and play against Turkey in the quarterfinal, and that's I believe that's the last team they will face in the quarterfinal.
Turkey have been great so far. This competition will see them in this hall just in a few games' time. First on in Group A, the Turkish Paralympic champions, double Paralympic champions, but they've never won a world title. Like the main business here. So USA set up on the left of the screen as we look at it. They are wearing white, traditional green and gold for the Australians on the right. Support for the USA. Big support for the Australians, all trying to outdo each other here in hole number 2. It's almost like a Portugal versus Brazil game here.
Almost, and we have the starting lineup for United States from the left-hand side. Number 1, Amanda Dennis. Eliana Mason in the center, and you have Asia Miller on the right-hand side. For Australia, you have from the left-hand side number 2, Nikita Grosser. Number 7, Raisa Martin in the center. You have Jessica Clark on the right-hand side.
So Grosser with the ball on the left side. Australian goal. Miller deals with that one. See Miller, the most experienced member of the USA squad, and she's open there with a goal for the USA, and that is an important start for that Team USA. See Miller opens the scoring for USA.
You have Clark with the ball on the right-hand side, just wide.
Number 7, USA. Clark down the line again on that far side from us. It's Libby Doherty in the centre. Straight down the middle though, doesn't trouble Marisa Martin in the centre for Australia. Bit of an angle on that one, Nikita Grosser. USA have the ball. Mason. That revolving shot there. Down the line, Clark back at the bouncing ball, right back down the line. Quick return from Mason, but dealt with by Clark. The ball's still in play. Out this time for Clark.
I have to correct myself. Amanda Dennis is not on the court. The number 1 is Elizabeth Doherty. My bad. Sorry for that.
Coming up to the 10-minute mark. USA 1, Australia 0. Oh, is that going to sneak in for Australia? I think it is. Well, Nikita Grosser with a shot there. It looked like Miller had it covered, but it just squirmed out of the grasp of the American and over the line, almost in slow motion.
Yeah, I could see the ball was slowly moving towards the goal line. Asia Miller tried to go back and defend it, but with no success.
Well, Grosser brings the Australians back into this game. 1-1, 9 minutes 51 on the clock. Mason with a little bit more power. The Americans have moved around. Florian?
Yeah, we have Mason now on the right-hand side. We have Miller on the left-hand side. Doherty on the center.
Officials timeout. There's a little bit of noise in the background there. Someone coming in the door or something? It's a Grosser going down the line from the left-hand side of the Australian goal. Mason deals with that one and straight down the line again on this near side. Again, they're returning blows here. She passes it to Miller. Far side, this one angles it into the centre, but dealt with by Martin. She has the ball. Push it back to Miller. Bounces that one into the corner. The team testing each other out in these early stages.
Yeah, really evenly matched so far. See how Nikita Grosser works on the left hand side. Just trying to make the left wing move out to finish it off in the gap. Here she goes for the gap, just blocked by Mason, who runs around to the left-hand side as shots fired straight ahead, blocked.
Bit of power on that one, Mason. She ran through. Doherty in the middle, passed it to Miller. Six times a Paralympian, Miller. Also a world champion in powerlifting, so she should have some strength for these drives down the line. Mason deals with it. Grosser quickly has to deal with that one as the 10 seconds ran down.
And you have a timeout for USA, the first of the game. I think Australia very pleased with the game so far. Less pleased in the United States camp, I would believe. 7:32 remaining.
The Australian coach is Mika Horsburgh, former player from Australia, former star player for them.
Yeah, the top scorer in most of the tournaments that they played. So she has a lot of knowledge on how it is to be on the court.
Well, her Australian team doing well so far.
After the substitution in the United States, you see Asia Miller coming back on the right-hand side, and Mason on the left-hand side, and Miller with the ball on the right-hand side.
Down the right, is this one in? Oh, what a start! Oh, Miller again. Almost similar to what we saw at the very start of the game. 7:26 on the clock. 2-1 to the USA. Jessica Clark drags that one diagonally across and wide. Mason, ooh, into the gap almost.
Very beautiful movement from right hand side to left hand side.
Too central there for Jessica Clark. Dealt with by Doherty. Miller fires that one outside the post. Grosser, can she summon up something for the Australian team? Bouncing ball. Comfortably defended by the USA. Cross court there, diagonally.
Just missed the gap, touching the legs of Clark and bounced out of line.
Diagonally across, 2 Americans on top of that one. Mason has it now. Bounces it down, almost straight down. Just inside the left-hand side of the goal. Right in the centre though. There's Doherty. She puts that one pretty straight there. Raisa Martin. We had scored a few goals in this tournament already, Raisa Martin. She's not really been used in the attack so far for the Australians.
No, she's very important for the team in the center position for the defense, so that's why she needs to be focused more on that.
Kita Grosser. The line, but Miller deals with that one easily. Straight into the frame of Martin. Miller starting to get some power going.
Yeah, she's starting to push a little bit more now. 2-1 United States, 5:29 remaining. The ball is with Mason on the right hand side. Beautiful bounce ball was just saved by Nikita Grosser.
Grosser has the ball again. Is it down back towards Mason? The Americans have changed round again.
Mason is now on the right hand side, Miller on the left hand side.
This angle there from Clark, but dealt with by the legs of Mason. Miller comes over to the right hand side of the goal. Fires it down the middle, straight into the legs of Martin. Clark. Comfortably dealt with Mason. On the right now. Oh, went avoided Martin, but was held again by Grosser. 4 minutes 31 left here. Have an eye shade check.
Great push in the offense from the United States now. It's been very close calls a couple of times now. I think it's just a matter of time if we have goal number 3 for the United States.
Miller skips back across goal to the left side. Right-handed throw. Oh, into the middle but out on the throw. Into the centre. That's Doherty. Down the side, ball still in play. Grosser. held by Miller. Cross court, but locked out there. So 2-1. USA 3:51. It's been a quick half so far, Flor.
Yeah, not a lot of outs or stoppages, so it's been the clock is just running. Good accuracy from both teams, so I think. Timeout number 1 for Australia here. 3:34 remaining on the clock. 2 for United States, 1 for Australia.
Well, two coaches talking to the teams during this timeout. The Australians 2-1 down, 3 minutes 34 on the clock. And it's America beginning just to push a little bit, but Australia hanging in there. Again, as we've said all week, Florida, it just takes one shot, doesn't it?
Change the game completely. Just blocking on the left-hand side now. Still in the middle, but the legs up. Doherty back to Miller.
Challenge it over to Clark on the right. She comes diagonally across, looking for that gap. Mason. Just out there. We saw yesterday, Florida, just a few moments that completely changed the course of the games. Penalties awarded, penalties missed.
Yeah, like we talked yesterday. Oh,
This could be in.
Yeah.
Miller, I think, has got another one. Just a bounce, taking it over the Australian defence. It's 3-1 to the USA now, with 2:47 on the clock. Miller, another score.
Yeah, and the pressure finally made the Australian defense collapse there. They've been under pressure for quite some time now. Let's see if they settle down here or continue the high pressure they've had.
Grosser still has it. Doherty in the centre for the USA. Goes back to the goal line, gets her bearings, pushes that one diagonally. Didn't have the power to trouble the Australian defence. The clock just approaching 2 minutes to go. Oh,
We have a high ball on Clark, Jessica Clark there. Asia Miller with the ball on center. Getting instructions from Jake, the coach in the United States. Showed sign number 1.
right down the middle. Oh, off the post. Oh,
So close.
it was a great penalty. If that had just sneaked inside the post, no chance for the defence.
No, not at all. But it just on the post and off. So 2:09 remaining on the clock. United States 3, Australia 1.
So slams into the post there for Asia Miller. Australia can breathe again. Can they take advantage of that missed penalty? Not this time for Clark. Just didn't quite get the direction of the bounce correct. Grosser on the left. 1:54 on the clock in this first half. 3-1 to the USA. It's going wide. Cross court from Nikita Grosser. Miller. Mason. Trying the fake for the Australians. But A little bit too central. 1:30 on the clock almost. Doherty right down the middle there. It's not going to bother Martin. Martin has a return shot here. Straight down though. Mason now. Nice angle for Mason.
Good effort with a good power in that throw. You got Clark now on the right hand side. Cross court. Almost in the gap. Just covered by Miller. Miscommunication.
Collects, quick shot and in for Miller. Another goal from Isaiah Miller. Just under the 1 minute on the clock, 56-58. It was a quick response there. Isaiah received the ball. Bouncer that just got away from the Australian defence.
Less than a minute remaining.
Runs.
We got a long ball.
Oh,
from
chance
Mason.
now. Gotta think Australia need to take advantage of this penalty.
Yeah, they have to feel that they have the connection going into the second half.
Tracer Martin. Oh. Florim has his head in his hands. Looking at that.
Yeah, it's too costly. You cannot afford that. You cannot.
Mason right down the line and in. What a turnaround. 5-1 to the USA. 43 seconds on the clock in this first half. Oh, that's got to hurt for the Australians.
Yeah, that's really gotta hurt. Instead of being 2 goal down, now you're 4 goal.
Australia just got to steady it now until half time, I think. USA still keeping on the pressure. Fires that one in, 25 seconds on the clock. Miller's lost the ball, puts it back to Doherty in the centre. So nice direction into the gap from Doherty. Maybe 1 or 2 shots in this first half. 8 seconds on the clock.
And we got a substitution. Miller out. And Gavin Lockhart in. 8:27 remaining of the first half.
It's going to be a quick appearance for Siobhan Lockhart with only 8 seconds left on the clock. Good performance, 5-1.
Also an opportunity for the players to rest a little bit, because otherwise this fourth timeout, fourth substitution, just they lose it in the second half. So
Lockhart with that last action, I think, of this first half. Plane going overhead.
yeah, again.
Again.
2:18 remaining.
We'll get this in the hall too sometimes, right on the flight path. That's the end of the first half. Well, for him it's 5-1 to the USA, and it looks like a convincing win for the USA at the moment, but they were on top, there's no doubt about that, but it could have been very much closer.
Yeah, definitely. But I think overall, the United States is the better team, and really shows it on court. They were never really threatened in the defense either. But Australia needs to reset now. They played well, I think, in big parts of the first half, and I think if they use the posts a little bit more. I think they might cause some issues for the United States defense.
USA on their way to claiming a vital victory, but Australia by no means out of it. 5-1 the score. Seen teams make comebacks before. Say themselves come back in their previous games, but they're on top this time. So as the group stands, Florin, Israel and Japan and Great Britain have 9 points, but of course Japan and Israel still got to play in this group. Australia on 6, so that win by the USA, a win by the USA will take them level with Australia. Egypt and Brazil on 3 points, and Portugal, the host nation, yet to score. So it's all getting very interesting as we're at the halfway point in the group right now, actually. At half time in this, so that's 3.5 games gone out of 7.
Yeah, and you see that if United States takes 3 points here or there, they put themselves in a very good position to take number 3 spot.
Well, what can Australia do? They have to try and make up this 5-1 deficit. It's not going to be easy. Therefore, seeing any substitutions, do you think, just now, or maybe leave it a little while, Florin?
No substitutions in Australia. And we have Asia Miller back on court for United States. And also, can't see her number, but I think it is number 2. No, it cannot be.
Looks like Mason with number 7
Yeah,
there.
Mason number 7 and number 9.
Mindy Cook. Another left-hander. A few left-handers in the court area this morning.
Mindy Cook replaces Elizabeth Doherty, and Asia Miller comes back on instead of Siobhan Lockhart.
Mindy Cook go to centre, do you think? Will Mindy Cook go into the centre position?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Two substitutions at half time there. You know what? We'll take the ball. First shot that we've seen Miller start really well. Is it going to be? That was not far away at all. You called it, Florian. You pointed to that top corner.
Yeah, I saw the angle she was pointing at. So
Jessica Clark. Can the Aussies get back into this game? Mindy Cook covers that one in the middle. Kita Grosser, Australia needs something. 5-1, the score to the USA. Just under 30 seconds gone in the second half.
powerful throw from Miller down the line, just saved by Clark.
Clark into the centre, but a lot of American bodies in there to defend that one. Oh, Martin just grabs it. Almost got it over the side of Martin. from Clark, being well dealt with by the US defence. Kita Grosser. Ball's loose here, so gone back to the Australians.
10:46 remaining here. Martin with the ball in center. Slightly left-hand sided. Cross court, blocked by Miller. Fast return. Blocked again by Martin.
And a powerful shot there from Miller, back into from the left into the centre from Australia. Looks like Mindy Cook is going to take this one. This left-hander angles it out to the left, but wide. Ball goes back to the Australians. Clark tries the angle shot again. Mason back to Cook, right in the middle, and she fires it just off centre. Martin the same, but the fence is on top here.
So you have picked up the pace a little bit. We can see a little more fast return from them now.
Clark going across court pretty much the whole time in the second half so far. Australia, Grosser on the left of the Australian defence, right into the middle. Cook has looked pretty solid since she's come up.
Yeah, very solid. Not many loose balls. She blocks it and just hands it over.
Winds that one up.
Great turn from Martin. Just blocked by Miller.
9 minutes on the clock. Mason has it, runs round. Down the line for Mason from the right hand side of the US goal to the left hand side of the Australian again. Grosser did exactly the same. Got past Martin in the centre, but Grosser grabbed it.
Great two actions there from Mason. First, straight down the line on the post, and then trying to find the gap. Solid defense from.
Miller off the post and still in.
That's post number 3 for Miller. And it's not just touching them, it's a solid post shot.
Almost moving the goals there.
Yeah.
They maybe did a little. Moving the goals back into position. I was asking you the other day if they were pinned down, but you said they're very heavy. Not pinned down, but very, very heavy.
Yeah, they usually are heavy, but and you can see behind the goals. It's on the floor.
Yeah.
Just to keep it on the
We've seen a few collisions into the goal posts as well this week so far.
Yeah.
Either into the posts themselves or into the bars that are actually inside the goals.
Yeah.
Seen a couple of them. Miller has the ball just off centre on the left of the US goal. Fires it cross court. Kita Grosser. Still 5-1 to the USA as the clock ticks down to 8 minutes. We see Australia take a few more risks, do you think? Trying to force a goal here, try and bring themselves back into the game?
So I think soon they have to try start and risk a little bit more. But I think working tactically together is a better option. And then we got a second timeout. Second timeout for Australia.
7:50 on the clock, 5-1 still to the USA.
War of trenches the second half.
defence is very much on top. If we're going to see an Australian substitution here, one of
I
the
think a lot more handing over the ball to between each other in the center behind the center would be smart for Australia to hide where the thrower is coming.
we will see if they adopt that tactic. Right down the line, Miller deals with it. Quick return. Clark has the ball. Bounces it diagonally into Cook. Centre position. So off the knee of Martin. Rosser fires it diagonally.
We have Mason picking up the ball. No, she changes the left to the left wing. Miller on now on the right hand side with the ball. Cross court.
Oh, and in Miller. Another goal for Isha Miller. 6-1 to the USA now. 7:12 on the clock.
And we've got a beautiful movement from Miller. He's swapping positions, taking the ball to the right hand side, cross court into the pocket between the legs of Clark.
It's getting ever more difficult for Australia now. 6-1 score.
This is a very good needed plus on the goal score, goal difference for United States also, so they need every plus they can get.
Closer diagonally across Mason. It's worked hard. Oh, and just coming off the defender, and well, I thought Clark was able to deal with that one, but it just squirmed over her body, hit at the side of her body and back into the net. So, goal there for Mason.
And we have Nikita Grosser now moving over to the right hand side instead. And we have
So 7-1, USA lead Australia. 6:12 on the clock. Mason's moved off to the left as well for the USA. Clark on the left of the Australian goal, closest to us. Mason hands it over to Miller. Fires it cross court. Martin right in there. In the front. Grosser, nothing from that attack. We're into the second half of the second half. 5:35 on the clock. 7-1 to the USA.
good effort from Mason with the bounce ball straight to the middle. Good block by Martin. Now we have Clark. High ball. Miller with the ball in center.
Number 4 against number 4 for this penalty. 5:21 on the clock. Oh, and again wide for Miller. He's trying to hit those corners for him.
Yeah.
Just not quite getting there, but marginal, isn't it? Very close.
Just outside of the post this time too. And another day that just might be post in instead, so a little bit of bad luck. Aussie Australia makes a substitution. Jessica Clark goes out, and we have number 6, Amelia Hart, entering.
US sticking with the 3 that they have on court at the moment. Hart comes in on the left at the moment. Grosser has the ball right in the centre of court. Martin moves aside. They'll have that shot, but it goes straight to Acia Miller. Oh, straight down the line from Acia Miller.
High ball.
Oh, high ball.
Called high ball on number 4.
Wow.
Miller. Jake did not like that call.
Wow.
I actually agree with Jake on that one.
Straight down the line. Can Grosser convert this time? Oh, great save from Miller. She absolutely spotted that one. Wow. So a bit of discussion here.
Yeah, the Jake is discussing the high ball because the ball touched the neutral area. Yep, he gives thumbs up to the referee, but they saved the shot, so I think he's happy anyways. Now
Yes.
you have Miller on the center.
That was a great save from Miller. Amelia Hart, the substitute for Australia, fires it diagonally across. She's on the left.
4:55 remaining, and the United States makes a substitution. Asia Miller goes out again, and we have Siobhan Lockhart entering the court. What a
Back on again.
yeah, and what a game Asia Miller have had.
Yeah, fantastic.
Scored 5 goals and 3 posts.
And saved that penalty as
Great
well.
penalty.
So she earns her rest, Asia Miller. Australians, a little bit of disarray there. Ball still live. Grosser fires it down to the substitute. Again, there's a plane going over.
I've
The
told
ball,
them
yeah.
not to fly over here, but
Yeah,
they do not
they're not
listen
listening to you.
No.
Unlike some of the players, as when you've mentioned stuff on the live stream, the players have almost immediately gone and done some things, and you've said, yeah, I think we should go for this angle. I think we should go for this position.
Yeah.
It's happened a few times.
Yeah, it has happened. So I tried that with the airplanes, but it did not happen.
Good shot from Lockhart there. Grosser. Is it down the line? Lockhart just pushes it out. 4:11 left on the clock. USA 7, Australia 1. Anna Mason has a good game. She's on the right now.
just blocked out by Lockhart there after a shot from Nikita Grosser down the line.
With a chance now to return. Straight into Martin in the middle. Amelia Hart. Australian substitute there, straight into Lockhart, 2 substitutes. Trading blows here. 7-1 still to the USA, 3:30 on the clock. Mindy Cook has it in the centre. She's going to go down the centre, angles it to the right hand side of the Australian goal. Peter Grosser collects it though and puts it back in. Lockhart and Cook deal with that combined.
Timeout USA, 3:11 remaining. United States 7, Australia 1. At the moment, United States with this game has a goal difference of +7 and 6 points. That puts them ahead of Australia, which drops to +2, but still remains 6 points.
And it could come down to that goal difference as we get into the closing stages, as we've said the last couple of days. So USA, after this one, they'll play Portugal, Egypt and GB.
Remaining games for...
I think so, yeah, for the USA.
Yeah. And especially the game against GB will be very, very crucial because GB at the moment is ahead with 3 points. Because GB is at 9 points. United States will be on 6 points. And GB with a lot better goal difference.
Substitution for Australia. Hart comes off, Whelan comes on. Claire Whelan, number 3.
2:51 remaining.
Still 7-1. So USA very much in control of this one. It was close in the early stages, but USA have just kind of almost just ground out that victory there. Nothing spectacular, just a couple of goals at vital times, just extending that lead. The penalty turnaround was a big moment, I think.
Yeah, it was. And in the second half, it just seems that I've been sailing it home. Nice and easy.
Cook hands it over to Mason, who's been a constant in the US lineup in this game, as has her opposite number, Martin. Thought it was safer to just put that out of play rather than incur the penalty. Lockhart moved to the right now. It's a nice angle there, but it was out from the throw.
Yeah, on the release it was out. 2:32 remaining.
Whelan with our first attempt. Good position. Maybe need a little more power to trouble the US defence. A bouncing ball, but Martin has it. To Grosser. Dealt with by the feet of Cook. Mason. Oh, down the line. Cook in the centre for the USA. Under 2 minutes left now of this one. USA see
The
this.
Americans watching this game have got some results from the game between United States and Lithuania in the Hall 1. And it was 12-2 mercy game for Lithuania.
12-2, did you say?
Yeah,
Wow.
I did not expect that, especially after the game yesterday.
Yeah, USA were great against China yesterday. Oh, and there is a goal for Lockhart. It's the icing on the cake for the USA. 1 minute 19 left. 8-1 now. Lockhart just found the gap between the centre and the left wing of the Australians. In the schnitter, as Mario would say.
There's some good news for the women's team here who extend their goal difference, which will be so important. 119 remaining.
Whelan has the ball. Australia have the ball. 8-1. Shot down the line, Lockhart. Trying to get another goal. Mindy Cook has it. Back to goal, down the centre. Martin grabs it.
Well, the goal difference is very, very important. The other way around also. So the coach in Australia now tries to find a way to come back with one goal. Perry and goes out.
Perry, number 1, is going to come in. 1 minute left. 8-1 to the USA. And they head Australia. It's like Perry, first appearance of this game. Australia for Australia in this game. Used all their players. Grosser fires it down the middle. We're inside the last minute now. Cook for the USA. Good shot, but dealt with by Grosser. Australia would love to get one back. Very early goal from Australia, early in that first half. They've not really threatened too much since then.
No, it's been a total domination from United States from the after 1-1. I think United States had a very easy game actually.
The first shot from Perry, she's annoyed by that one. Just out on the angle. Lockhart though. Had a few good shots and she's come on, and that's a powerful one as well, and under the body of Perry. Oh, it's 9-1 to the USA. Yeah, Lockhart, another goal for her. Targeting the substitute there. The clock ticking down now, 15 seconds remaining, 9-1 to the USA. It's going to be a convincing win here. Martin might have one last shot, hands it to Grosser. 5 seconds left, it's going to be the last action I think, we'll see. Mindy Cook grabs it, and that will be the final buzzer.
Great game by United States. In the lead from the beginning, and they never really lost it. And for me, player of the game is the 3-time post hitter, Asia Miller. Great game by her.
Not sure she'll be like to be remembered as the 3-time post hitter, maybe the 5-time goal scorer.
Yeah, that sounds better. Sorry, Asia.
Well, the team's in a huddle. Two very contrasting team huddles, I'm sure. But a great performance by USA to take that one 9-1 in the end. I will announce the player of the match. So that is final action. The player of the match is Aisha Miller from USA. We will be back for another big game here in Hall 2. Japan versus Israel, the two top teams in this group so far. Don't miss it. We'll be back with you very shortly for the next game, which kicks off at 12:30. So see you then, back for the next game, don't miss it.